Currently, I am waiting on a package, but I wouldn't say that there. But I want to film. We don't know if it's my package or not, one of them. But I want to film, so I have really wanted to do this boot camp. This ALDC boot camp. Now, there's a situation, but it's fixed. The situation was that it is part of worldwide. But my worldwide ends like the 13th of like August. My worldwide ends like a little bit before boot camp. Which is a situation. So, what we did was first up, I'm gonna backtrack. Yesterday I didn't dance. I didn't do dance class, and the reason why was, there's actually kind of two reasons. First up, I was a hot mess. You could tell I was just crying, which I'll get into in a minute. And also, I kind of I didn't want to log on and then not be able to then have people talking about it, later being oh, Wally looked like she was crying and all of this, versus with Angela, I could kind of maybe explain. Angela is a substitute teacher, by the way. With her, I could explain and be hey, and explain what was happening, but with the other teacher, I couldn't. So, I didn't want people talking, and I was also having a really hard day, just in the sense, a few things. And first up, I really miss my crush, and right now, it's getting bad. It's getting really bad, to the point where it's been a really long time since I really talked to Bella. Me and Bella are still best friends, don't get me wrong, and you're probably oh, aren't you and Eva best friends? You can have more than one best friend. You can have 500, you can have one, you can have as many as you like. So yes, Eva and me are still best friends. Me and Bella are also best friends. I have a lot of best friends. And by a lot, I mean 2, potentially maybe 3. I know me and this one dance friend, we're friends, but I don't know if we're best friends. If she wants to be, I'm down for it. Alright. But anyways, it kind of so I logged off so people won't be talking. I really miss my crush, and then something happened where I had an idea that I knew it was probably never gonna happen, but I still asked just to see which was. We were planning to go on vacation and stuff, we were planning to go on vacation, and I asked, I asked if we could make our vacation kind of, I asked if we could go, to ALDC, Pittsburgh, if we could go spend the night and, spend 2 nights in a hotel, drop me off, that situation, and do it in person, because I really wanted to, boot camp and stuff, and Abby's, going back to Pittsburgh for it. And immediately I was told no, and then that kind of, plus we aren't going on vacation anymore, and I'm gonna explain that in a minute. That plus me just kind of having the thought of knowing that I may not see my crush again really was getting to me, and I basically I was just really down at first, like really down, like, and then my mom took it the wrong way, and I'm gonna get to that. So like I was really, really down, like to the point where I was like forcing myself not to cry. Like I wanted to cry. Like I was really down, like just losing my crush. I don't think people realize how hard it's really been for me, and that's really sad because that was kind of the main thing. I didn't bring it up though. And then kind of what happened was that my mom, like, at that point, I knew I was down because I like, didn't, like, I was just scrolling on YouTube. Like, just scrolling, not clicking on any videos, not watching YouTube, scrolling, like, being sad to the point where YouTube threw me out 3 times. Actually, I think it was 4. Can't fully remember. You know, and by throwing me out, like, literally, like, I logged out of the app. Like, I didn't, like, my iPad just threw me out of the app. And then I just click and go back on, like. And then my mom kind of said something to me. You know, like, oh, let Sam in. That's what it was. Like, go let Sam in. And then like, in that moment, I didn't know how I was going to respond on the, like, people talking to me, because at this point it had been like 30-ish minutes. And then I'm like, I'll do it later or something, or in a little bit. Like, I started getting an attitude. And then, no, what happened was then my mom mistook it and took it as I was mad that, like, we couldn't go and make it happen and all of this. But then, little did anyone know it was mainly because I was having a day, and that, like, being told no, like, it was a day. I thought my fidgets were gonna get here yesterday. They might be coming today because we do have a package coming. A package did come yesterday, but with printer ink. And then, like, so that was putting me off. Then, on top of it, I just really, like, being told no kind of just added on to it. And on top of it, I really missed my crush. And so I was having a day, and it got, like, really close to dance. And then Mom said something to me, which at the point Dad had let Sam in. And then Mom said something to me, I forget what it, wait, I don't think she said anything to me. I, like, got up and, like, asked if I could explain, or, like, I said something I don't fully remember. And then she kind of went, like, okay, like, explain or something, like, I don't fully remember. And all I can remember from this point was crying. Like, I remember just me, like, all of a sudden, I think it hit me that, like, I may never see my crush again. We will not, like, me and my dad will not let that happen, but there is that chance. We are trying our best. We will not be going to the Autism Society. The reasoning is because it interferes with dance, and also I don't really like go, and we don't even know if he still goes. So it kind of is that, but we are trying our best to find him. And then I think it hit me really fast, and then I just started crying, and then, like, my dad came out because he was getting, like, him and my mom's pills and stuff, because they have to take a bunch of medicine and stuff. I do too. It's just different. Mine's in the morning, theirs is in the evening. And then, like, my mom explained kind of what she knew, and, like, in ways what she knew was right. being told no kind of did get to me a little bit. But it wasn't the no, it had a lot more than just the no, but the no was part. Then, like, I pretty much at that point just ran into my bedroom and like closed the door and started crying. And I don't fully remember. I think from this point I explained. Like, my dad came back, he explained to me, and he generally did say if he could make it happen, he would. But in order to do that, it's like $1,000 trip. Like, he said if he wishes that if he could just put me on a plane and, like, get things worked out, he generally would. But we just don't have the money to do a $1,000 trip. And it's $1,000 because first up, driving there, gas money, then you got the price to actually, the ticket to do the boot camp, and then you got, on top of that, you got the price of 2 nights in a hotel, plus the price of the gas money to come back. Like, that's a lot of money going into it and stuff. And also, like, price of, like, food. You know, like, and just a lot of things. And the reason we aren't going on vacation, because my mom did that plan, is we just don't have the money for it. Like, in ways, I'm happy about this. My mom's a little bit disappointed about this, but I'm happy because I didn't want to go on vacation to begin with. Like, I wanted to go on vacation, just not the spot that we were going. Nothing up against my mom's brother. And the couple times I met him, because I know him pretty decent, but not like as well as some family, like my sister and stuff. Like, it had everything to do with there's no internet and stuff. Like, there's a bunch of, like, it's no internet. I don't want to miss out on stuff. Plus, my life is basically revolved around the internet. Like, I'm constantly checking, like, different, like, YouTubers' Instagram stories and Instagrams and stuff of, like, my life. I'm constantly filming for you guys, dancing, like, all of this stuff. And so we're kind of at the point to where, like, I was actually happy. Yes, like, I'm not getting family time and stuff. But at the same time, it, like, dance, it means a lot to me. So then from that point, yeah, I just didn't dance. I was a hot mess. Then last night, me and my dad were talking about it, and he went like, I also, like, didn't really see any Zoom, like, or a ton of stuff for Zoom and stuff, like a bunch of stuff. Then, so we were talking about it, and then he said that he had looked it up and found that, like, he can get a ticket for both days. You know, so one ticket for that Saturday and that Sunday, and on Zoom, like, for Zoom, and for like $69, which is where is it? Is that it? Yeah. This is it. I marked it out with a black marker and then like a pink marker, but didn't cover up my last name, so I used mascara. Okay, luckily it's hard to stuff, so yeah. Because I can't have my last name out there and stuff, and this is my background. So then kind of what happened was that this morning I was so excited, like, so he did get the ticket for both days. And then I realized I kind of wanted to like pick, like, I wanted like an outfit sort of thing that said something like boot camp on it. And since I don't have any, what I did was for the pants, I got these green leggings that are like white and green, and they're tie-dye. They're not fully boot camp green, and they are kind of more of a tealish green, but they will work really well. Then I printed out this, and I was going to tape it on the back of my green leotard, which I'm going to show you in a minute. But I realized, first up, my mom was getting really mad because I was using a lot of this, like, really, like, expensive, really good, like, clear tape. I'm going to need to get, like, 2 more pieces of tape. Get the tape. Sorry, I'm taping something over here. One more piece. Right here. Okay. And then, but since it was really expensive and really nice tape, she told me not to use much more. So I ended up not putting this. Also, I don't think it would stay if I like got into the leotard, and it would be kind of hard to dance. Then I did this. I'm iffy if it's gonna actually like stay, but I think it will. Yeah. I would try it on, but I'm wearing clothes and I don't want to change. But it says boot camp on it. I used a lot of this tape. I feel like once I put it on, I might have to press it down in a couple spots. And it's fully coated, really nice, and it says boot camp on it, and it's really great. So I got an outfit picked out for boot camp. I am gonna try to find something better than leggings, that are like green, because Abby did say like you don't want to wear leggings unless it's to a jazz class or a ballet class, ballet or jazz. And also, I'm definitely worried because last time I wore these leggings, I got really, really hot. So like sweat and hot, and this is boot camp. This isn't dance class. Like dance class, as like you're gonna get a little hot and sweaty. You're gonna hydrate. Like it's easy. You're there to train. You're nothing crazy. Versus with boot camp, it's different. Boot camp means that you gotta be perfect. Boot camp, it's not like let's be happy, let's hang out, let's make friends. No, boot camp is screaming, yelling, and do it perfect, because if you don't get the prize. And in this case, she did talk a little bit about how she is looking for kids that can represent her and be the next stars. Now, I'm assuming in person and on Zoom, I will definitely work my butt off for that. And it's boot camp, gotta be perfect. One mistake, and that one mistake is why you get 20 push-ups. And you don't get the prize. Mistakes can't happen in boot camp. And also, you can't complain about boot camp either. Like, that's kind of, with boot camp, it's boot camp. Meaning no mistakes, no complaining, and no talking back. It's when you talk when you are spoken to. And you do it perfect. Or else, guess what? You're not set up to handle boot camp. So, yeah. Right now, I'm just gonna, I wanted to come on here show this off. Really liking. And all I did was I took a normal piece of printer paper, and then I took a normal piece of printer paper, and then I printed out this thing that said boot camp. I printed out my design, and then I just taped it on. And it's clear tape, so like clear. So I'm ready for boot camp. I'm really excited. I'm really excited, and I don't really have anything else to say. Like, I'm just excited for boot camp. And I'm excited for the yelling. I'm excited for the screaming, and I'm excited for it all. Boot camp. Peace.